Hello, all my beautiful, flavorful people. Welcome to Sarita's Flavors. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the delay between making this video and my first video. I had to put a little bit more time and focus on my business ventures, which is Manson Nail Boutique. I'm going to leave all the information down there, but essentially it's a luxury press-on nail boutique, so all my beautiful ladies, take a minute to check it out. Today we're going to be keeping it simple. We're going to be making French fries. So I'm sitting here, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, it's taken me a while to perfect these fries. And a while means like a year. So, there's different kind of fries. They're like the fries that are a little bit brown when they get crisp, like the Five Guy fries. And then there's the yellow fries that, seem so addicting, the McDonald's fries. Today, we're going to make the yellow fries. So you want to start out with golden potatoes. Try to get the bigger ones so you have a nice size fry. And basically, all we need is these yellow potatoes, frying oil, and salt. I'm going to use always pink Himalayan salt, but you guys can do whatever you want. So first things first, we're going to go ahead, and most potatoes are bumpy. So you just want to cut off the parts that are bumpy. Wait. First of all, these are rinsed. If you can see, they're wet. So make sure you rinse your potatoes because they're dirty. Potatoes go in the dirt. So now that we've cut off our bumpy parts, it should never be too much, and you want to make sure that you're staying close to the edge so you're not cutting off like these big chunky pieces. They should be nice and thin, as so. All right, so what you're going to do now is you want to take your potato and see which way is like the long way. That way is short, this way is long. So you're just going to want to go ahead and put it flat that way. And then once you slice them, you just want to make sure that they aren't too thick and that they aren't too thin. So, like this. Should be good. If you want big, thick fries, that's on you. But I'm going for the McDonald's fries that are slim and sleek. Now what you're going to want to do is take the edges, take your peeler, and just peel off the edges as so. And it's better to do them once they're individually sliced so that you're not going ahead and over peeling or deeply peeling. These are so slippery into the potato more than you need to. I do want to say, please be careful when you're using this slicer. If you don't have a peeler, then I guess you'll just have to carefully use your knife. Or if not, you can leave the skin. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to peel it off. If using these tools make you nervous, that's absolutely fine. All right, so we have our potatoes that are peeled. We're going to go ahead and put them to side for now and just repeat the process with these potatoes. All right, so you'll notice that after maybe a few potatoes, you might realize that you get like these little butt parts that are left over. So if you have the proper knife skills, just gently go to the edge of the little bump and slice it off. And it should be so thin as so. And same thing with this one. Right? So then they're both flat on each side. Alright guys, so now we have our potatoes nice thinly sliced. What you're going to want to do now is make sure that you have a bowl on the side so that once we slice these up into the thin rectangles, we're going to put them in that bowl. Alright, so I realized that I wasn't showing you guys. This is essentially how they are going to look. Not too thin, not too thick. All right, now we have sliced and diced sliced our potatoes. What you're gonna want to do now is bring it over to your sink, or you can leave it on the counter. I'm gonna bring it over to my sink, and we're going to put really, 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 really cold water. We're gonna put really cold water in these potatoes. So essentially, we're gonna soak the starch out of the potatoes, and the starch is essentially like potato fat. So we want to make sure that all that stuff, like, kind of just like comes out, and the cold water helps. That I don't know the science behind it, but that's a very, very important step. So we gotta do that now. Alright guys, so now that our potatoes are soaking in water, we're going to wait 30 to 45 minutes for them to be done. We need to be patient. And then in 15 minutes, we're going to come back and add some more cold water to it. If you have ice, you could just dump ice in there and you probably don't have to touch it anymore. But I don't want to use my ice for that. My ice is for beverages. Alright guys, be patient. As you guys saw on the previous clip, you'll see how there's like a little bit of a film on top of the potatoes. That was the starch that I was talking about. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to empty out the potato water into this bowl, just so that you guys can visually see what I'm talking about, so you guys can understand the importance of this step. You see how that water is like all foggy? So that's the starch I'm talking about. So you want to just make sure your potatoes are completely just strained out. You'll see that there's little drops that come out of them. They don't have to be dry. You just want to try to make sure you get as much of that water stuff out. Okay, so this is pretty much done. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a pot so that we can fry these. The reason why I say a pot is because you want to try to make sure that they're completely, in the oil, so that they all get nice and toasty evenly. So this is a pot that I'm going to use. It's a medium-sized pot and it's pretty deep, so we'll be good. We're going to put the oil at a medium-high heat, which is between 6 and 7 on my stove. And we're going to wait about 6 to 7 minutes for the oil to get hot enough. So I'm going to tell y'all now. The oil's going to pop. Don't be over here shooting hoops from way back, because that's going to make a bigger mess. Just gently be brave and gently put the potatoes into the oil. So to begin with, I only used half of the potatoes because, like I said, it's important for them to be fully submerged and evenly coated with the oil. If you have a bigger pot and more oil, then I'm sure you can add all 3 potatoes in there. But for me, and for you guys, I recommend just to take your time. So little by little, 2 batches, 3 batches, you'll be all right. As you continue to go back every 2.5, 3 minutes to mix it up with your spoon or spatula, whatever you are, you'll realize that they'll start to brown. They'll start to get a little bit crispy. You will actually feel it when you're mixing them. You'll feel the fries becoming crispy fries. Alright guys, so from start to finish, this batch of fries took us exactly 12 minutes to make.